In continuation with our series on the placement of a particular zodiac sign in your horoscope, regardless of any aspect or planetary position, in today's video we are going to talk about the placement of the sign of Gemini in your horoscope and what type of impact it can leave on a person's personality and life as per the 12th ascendant or zodiac signs. So, the sign of Gemini is the natural third house of the Kalpurush Kundali, and the sign of Gemini is all about connecting with other people, sharing ideas, knowledge with other people, and you will observe that wherever the sign of Gemini falls in your horoscope, the significance of that house is now becoming a mode of sharing knowledge and information with other people, and also it is the house, the area signified by that house is what you love to gather most of your ideas and knowledge and information about, or through the people signified that house. So Gemini is all about youthfulness, and that is why you will have a sense of cheerfulness, youthfulness and curiosity, especially there will be that hunger to attain the knowledge, new information about that house, the area of life signified by the house where the sign of Gemini falls in your chart. You will also observe that you will be quite vocal or expressive towards the area signified by that house, as well as same goes when a planet is placed in the sign of Gemini. As the sign of Gemini is a dual natured sign and it's being an Aries sign, if afflicted in a chart, it can also show that it's hard for a native to sustain focus or to remain dedicated towards the area of life signified by that house, and that is why it is important to understand its results through all perspectives. And now let's try to understand what type of impact it will leave when a sign of Gemini is placed in a particular house of your horoscope, depending upon each ascendant sign. With the sign of Gemini being the first house of the horoscope, it means that you have Gemini as your ascendant. You are a talkative, expressive and full of life kind of person. At times you act like a child, while other day you are a wise and learned person who is highly valued as a knowledgeable one. You love to live in your own world, in your own thoughts, and you have got enough ideas and plans to accomplish, because of which you prefer to keep yourself busy in doing what you truly love and what makes you feel excited. The overall results will be dependent on the planets posited and aspecting the sign of Gemini, that is the first house of your horoscope. With the sign of Gemini falling in the second house of horoscope, it means that you have Taurus as your ascendant. Your speech pattern carries a sense of playfulness, lots of ideas and imagination. Probably family members are also quite talkative, and you love to open up in front of your loved ones. You don't keep things inside when you are with your family and your near and dear ones, and you also love to share what you truly value with an open-mindedness and a loud and clear voice with those around you. Overall results will be dependent on the planets posited or aspecting the sign of Gemini, that is the second house of your horoscope. With the sign of Gemini being in the third house of horoscope, it means that you have Aries as your ascendant. For you, being able to communicate the exact message which you want to convey to others and to be able to feel understood gives you a sense of clarity of mind and a boost to your courage and self-confidence. Usually, you are proactive in communicating with others, and you don't like misunderstandings, confusions or miscommunication while dealing with other people. And that is what makes you special than other people. Usually, you don't shy away from expressing what feels true to you in front of other people, and you are pretty straightforward with the message that you want to convey to others. Overall results will be dependent on the planets posited and aspecting the sign of Gemini, that is the third house of your horoscope. With the sign of Gemini being in the fourth house of horoscope, it means that you have Pisces as your ascendant. For you, home is the playground, a place where you just can't keep calm and you love to express your innermost thoughts in front of people within your home. You treat your sanctuary, that is your home, as a creative space, and you love to make the life of your loved ones extra cheerful with the help of your chirpy talks, creative ideas. You find yourself most active and talkative as well as creative within your own sanctuary. You love to keep the environment within your home creative, full of light, love, and lively communication. Overall results will be dependent on the planets posited and aspecting the sign of Gemini, that is the fourth house of your horoscope. With the sign of Gemini falling in the fifth house of horoscope, it means that you have Aquarius as your ascendant. For you, love or romantic relationships are a thrilling experience of life, and you feel comfortable to be in such relations where you can express yourself freely and you can have fun-loving talks with your loved one. Same goes when it comes to choosing the field of education, where you are being able to share your and explore your craziest fantasies and your creative ideas. That is what gives you a sense of satisfaction when it comes to learning and education. You are usually a creative person who loves to explore various ideologies in life, which gives you a sense of creativity. Overall results will be dependent on the planets aspecting and posited in the sign of Gemini, that is the fifth house of your horoscope. With the sign of Gemini falling in the sixth house of horoscope, it means that you have Capricorn as your ascendant. For you, even when work is your highest priority and being able to execute your ideas and to get things done on your to-do list and being able to known as a efficient person makes your life more meaningful, still you love to experiment with your routine, and never even once people will see you as a lethargic or lazy person. Even when your routine will be full of activities, you know very well how to keep it intact and yet a fun-loving activity to do in a day-to-day basis. Overall results will be dependent on the planets posited and aspecting the sign of Gemini, that is the sixth house of your horoscope. With the sign of Gemini falling in the seventh house of horoscope, it means that you have Sagittarius as your ascendant. You are one of the most jovial, fun-loving, enthusiastic as well as creative person, and when it comes to socializing and dealing with other people or business partnerships and marriage, you enjoy the attention of other people and you make a wonderful, friendly, knowledgeable spouse or business partner. One who adds laughter, who knows how to keep the conversation interesting while dealing with other people, and who ignites the spark of creativity in the life of the spouse. Overall results will be dependent on the planets posited and aspecting the sign of Gemini, that is the seventh house of your horoscope. With the sign of Gemini falling in the eighth house of horoscope, it means that you have Scorpio as your ascendant. For you, doing the necessary research, living in the world of your own imagination at times, learning and sharing about the mysteries of the world is one of your favorite things to do in your free time. Conjugal life with your partner is full of romance, open communication, and being able to understand the wild fantasies and different concepts with each other makes your bond grow deeper and stronger. Overall results will be dependent on the planets posited and aspecting the sign of Gemini, that is the 8th house of your horoscope. With the sign of Gemini falling in the 9th house of horoscope, it means that you have Libra as your ascendant. You are a lively, full of knowledge, yet free-spirited teacher, guide, or guru type of person. You are usually vocal about your principles, values, and teachings of Father. Travel gives you a sense of purpose, meaning, and being able to share what you have learned over the years with the others keeps you healthy, happy, and cheerful in life. Usually, you take up many short distance travels in this lifetime. Overall results will be dependent on the planets posited and aspecting the sign of Gemini, that is the 9th house of your horoscope. With the sign of Gemini falling in the 10th house of horoscope, it means that you have Virgo as your ascendant. You are flexible, adaptable, and skillful person, and this is how you prefer to be at the place of work as well. You usually come up with creative ideas at the place of work, and you are never a lazy or bored person because of your work or responsibilities. Hence, becoming a part of a profile or a career which helps you remain on your toes and utilizes your skillful nature, your creative brain, and your analytical power, then it will give you a sense of satisfaction at the place of work. Overall results will be dependent on the planets posited and aspecting the sign of Gemini, that is the 10th house of your horoscope. With the sign of Gemini falling in the 11th house of horoscope, it means that you have Leo as your ascendant. You will do whatever it takes for your friends, colleagues, or those who are closest to you in your network circle. You are the most jovial, fun-loving, lively, and most importantly entertaining person in the crowd who is known as smart, slick, and have an alluring aura around you. You know how to increase your gains through multiple resources, and you usually utilize your creative ideas into building various businesses in life. Overall results will be dependent on the planets posited and aspecting the sign of Gemini, that is the 11th house of your horoscope. With the sign of Gemini falling in the 12th house of horoscope, it means that you have Cancer as your ascendant. You are a person who is always engulfed in having self-talk, or you are always thinking about some imaginary scenarios with yourself. You might even have imaginative friend, at least till you were a child, and the constant self-talk which is going on constantly inside you, it helps you in navigating and come up with creative solutions in life. You are a vivid dreamer and ardent lover of fantasies, fairy tales, and you value the power of imagination and visualization. The overall results will be dependent on the planets posited and aspecting the sign of Gemini, that is the 12th house of your horoscope.